Hi guys, this is Pastilli and welcome to my house. I've done one of these in the past. It was actually quite a while ago, about 6 months ago, where I showed you pretty much my whole setup. A few things have changed now, and I thought it'd be a really good idea to just let you in on how the whole setup works and what we've got in the house. So without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So right here we've got my wife's computer. We recently upgraded this. She used to use my old computer, which was a really shitty computer. Well, it was actually good for its time, but it's actually it was a bit dated. It was about 5 or 6 years old. So now she's running an i9-9900. She's about to get a 2060 graphics card and 64 gig of RAM. It's a ridiculously good computer. It's better than mine. You know the old saying, happy wife, happy life, you know? So she's running on that. She's got the 35-inch B&Q monitor. I'm going to be doing a review on that. The cool guys out at B&Q sent me that monitor out to do a review on, so that'll be coming out the next few days as well. And then we've just got the vertical monitor here. That's pretty much for her to run her web browsers and stuff. But she's been getting into helping out with a lot of the thumbnails, imagery. She's going to start doing some more of the YouTube content, helping out with some of that, so I can make sure I get a video out every day. Because if you guys don't know, I stream pretty much 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, and then on top of that, at night time, I do my YouTube content, and it sometimes gets a little bit too tiring to put out a video every day, particularly with the longer videos, say for guides and stuff. We've actually got 2 printers now. My wife wasn't happy with just one. Always got to have, you know, the biggest, best printer. So we now got an A3 colored printer as well as this old U-Butte that I used to have for ages, and they're both good printers. And down the bottom we've got a shredder. So that's pretty much her setup. That's where we keep her stuff. She's got my old chair because I wore mine down. It's got a good little butt groove into it. And yeah, so that's pretty much what she's been running. I don't think I'll be doing many upgrades to her computer anytime soon. But anyway, let's go look at my rig. That's the important one. So over here, I run a 4 monitor setup. Everyone's got their own preference that streams. I think probably 4's about a cap. I've seen who is it? Like Bad Friends Gaming has like 400, and I think Veritas has about 70 as well. So it comes down to a personal preference. But it really matters to it's whatever's smooth for you when you do your streaming and content creation. I do want to put out a full series on how to get into streaming and all that kind of stuff. My backstory video should already be out. And once I get back from my honeymoon, I'll be starting to put out some more videos on just how to start streaming as well. In the future, we do want to start a second YouTube channel going into our Europe trip and also outdoor adventures, because I want to start doing my fishing streams again, which I started back in the very start of streaming. But it's just coming down to a time thing, and we'll get there. I've got plenty of plans, good ideas, we'll get there. So anyway, 4 monitors set up on the left. These are just more of my cheaper monitors. One runs like Streamlabs for the notifications, so you know if I get a lot of notifications at the same time, I'm not missing out on people like for following, subbing, donations, anything like that. Next one, I have this in a 1440p res on a vertical. That's for my chat, and I pretty much run Twitch dashboard now. I used to run just Twitch pop out of the chat, but I found that it's cool to have the dashboard up just so you can see some other things. Twitch are getting a lot better with their dashboard layout. And I don't use anything like Streamlabs OBS or anything like that, so I run the dashboard on the second monitor. In the middle I've got my Acer Predator monitor. That's my gaming monitor. It's a 165Hz, pretty cool monitor. I've loved it since I've got it, and it's got really good lighting on it too. So for me personally, when I play games, I can see like when it's dark, it doesn't seem as dark. So I know some people use stuff like reshade in Tarkov and that. I don't really feel like I need to, because the monitor makes everything nice and bright and pop out anyway. Like I'm sure I could make it a bit more colourful, because Tarkov's the greatest game ever. And on the right here, we've got another B&Q monitor. This one's what I use to do most of my my YouTube editing and visual editing and all that kind of stuff. It's a really high quality monitor. And I want to do something good for my encoding PC. So my gaming PC is behind these 2 monitors. That's got a 1080 Ti. I'm running an i7 7700, not the K version. I haven't overclocked that. That's why the wife's got the 9900K, where I've only got the 7700. I run 32 gig of RAM. I think it's probably these days for me, because I run so much stuff at the same time as well as gaming. The 16 gig RAM was really at that tipping point where it's like, nah, I should really upgrade, particularly with a RAM thirsty game like Tarkov. Pretty much that's the rest of that one. The back on the right, that's the actual encoding PC. That's what runs the stream. I actually stream for Twitch I run on a medium preset for the CPU, and that's also got my old 1070 in it, and that runs at that's where I do my recording. So I recorded at 1080p resolution at about 20k bitrate. So I can do both of them at the same time. That's why I can put out a 8k bitrate stream at a high quality as well as record at the same time. So my YouTube videos look nice and schmick, but the Twitch still doesn't suffer from the repercussions of recording at the same time on the same PC. Besides that, I pretty much switched everything over to Corsair now for mouse keyboard. I find them really enjoyable to use. I've tried the Logitech keyboard at the top, that's a wireless one. That's for the encoding PC now. That was the original keyboard that I used to use. And Audio Technica for my headphones and microphone. The M70Xs, I've had them a year now, I've loved them a bit, starting to get a bit worn down. But I really do enjoy using them. And then the 2020 USB microphone on, I think it's a Blue Yeti Boom. So it's kind of like competition right there, but I don't really care. I just use whatever works good, to be honest. So if it's a good product, I use it. Besides that, down the bottom I've got the footrest and the chair. I find that if my bad posture, if I don't have a footrest down there, and because I'm sitting so long at the computer these days, I've got like a, what's it called, anterior post. Anyway, the way my posture works in my back, I need to make sure I keep my back nice and straight. So having the footrest there does help with that. So if you do spend a lot of time at the computer and get sore backs, think about getting a good chair and a footrest just to keep your feet elevated that little bit if you've got shorter legs like myself. Down the bottom you can't really see it, but I've also got a UPS. After Deadly Slob had his issues with power outages over in Canada, and his stream kept dropping out because the power kept dropping out. I decided it's probably good for safety measure of I don't want to lose recording, the computer's hardware to a power outage, and also I don't want to lose my recordings and stuff like that. So now I'm starting to put on UPSs for everything in the house that's stream related, so that way if the power does drop out, one, I can finish up the stream and say, hey guys, I've got to go, the power's out. But two, it's like a hardware safety thing. There's actually a fair bit of value in all the equipment in here, and so it's kind of like my insurance policy, because it's one of those things, like if I was to lose all the stuff in this room, I'd probably be in a bit of trouble, wouldn't be able to stream for a little while. So that is pretty much everything for that side of the house. Coming over to this side, oh, by the way, the lights, they're just some cheap eBay lights. They've worked really well, and I'm going to use them until, I don't know, something better comes along. But while they're not broke, don't fix it. Over the back here, every streamer these days pretty much has an IKEA, what do you call it, shelving system. I pretty much just kept a heap of memorabilia up there. A lot of the guys from the stream sent me in stuff. Like, we've got cat statues up the top. We've got some stuff for packs, a Warthog one. Some of the sponsored streams we did for Division and Battlefield are in there, and yeah, some gifts from another viewer. And I just keep some of the fun stuff down the back there. So overall, that's pretty much everything to do with my stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little tour. I do want to show you guys around more of this kind of stuff, and definitely get into the actual how to start some sort of content creation. So for me, I kind of fell into it. It wasn't something I was like, yeah, I'm going to become a Twitch streamer. I was like, I wouldn't mind doing some of that stuff, and it just kind of really worked out well for me. And I'm really lucky with that, and thanks to you guys in the community that have supported me to become full-time like this. So guys, thanks for watching another video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for future content. Got any questions ever, just feel free to hit us up down in the comments, or hit us up on Discord. More than happy to help. And guys, lastly, I'll see you next time.
Sweet home Alabama. Ba, 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 ba.